I think the one thing I think everybody is talking about is the mental health issue, because I think I truly see that happens among my students because of all the things happens in the last 5 years, especially. We have the global shift. Earlier, before the COVID, in the business world, we keep talking about VUCA, like volatile, and so it's a short form of like the paradigm shift of the world. But that was before the COVID. And then you see the shift of global power. Like I just said, you have different cultural, different market, different. And then in recent years, you have China versus America, used all in the media by all these like tech war, media war, economic war, using people likes to use war, that word. And this year we have a real war in between Russia and Ukraine. And then before that, you have also this global pandemic. So many, and it influenced everyone. And for the younger generation, I guess that global pandemic, for all of them, they experienced this like lockdown and staying at home. And I think it's horrible for to impact their, and because they are young, so their mindset, their mental health is still in development. And with this kind of external kind of impact, of course, it's damage and also cause a lot of like issues. At the same time, I also feel like you see in the industries, in different sectors, there's also, like I said, it's almost, there's a lot of blurry kind of bubbles around here and there. Like I just said with Elias, my son's syndrome, the worst time was the time that he was, before he was diagnosed. And I think now everywhere I go, I feel like there's a lot of this kind of uncertainty and void. And this is something I got also really angry, because I feel like it's the so-called adult, because we are the adults, the people who are the stakeholders, the people are already from public sector to private sector, everyone is talking and the media is making it bigger. But the young people, they are still exploring. So you kind of bring to them a very blurry void, and then they already experienced that. And we don't need to keep telling them it's uncertain, it's unsure, it's changing. So that's why at school, I started to more and more emphasize on navigation skills. So I just want to tell the students like, okay, there's a lot of area starting to have a lot of noise, a lot of quarrels and debates and frictions, that maybe it's time for us to really like develop to be a good navigator in the sense of, so that in that case, I don't really build any, I don't like to make statements at class. I never do that. I always build framework in the sense of, because for me, framework is almost like you're starting to create those touch points so that students, they are able to feel something tangible. And I think that is highly needed, not only in the education world, but even maybe for all the business building.